Today I'm reviewing the Polar Recovery Tub. Here we go. In the box you get a insulated cover, a debris cover, which is a drawstring, it's not elastic. You get the PVC poles to hold up the tub, and then you get a drain valve. So setup is super simple, it takes less than 5 minutes. All you do is slide these PVC poles into the slits. Just go around, there's like 7 or 8 of them. Then you screw this drain plug onto this right here. And you turn the drain perpendicular so it stops the water. Then you inflate the lid with the provided hand pump. Then you inflate this lid. This is just supposed to keep the ice in there longer, keep it colder, but it's super thin material. I doubt it's actually going to keep the tub any colder. So once you're done filling it with water and ice, you can put the insulated lid back on. It just kind of falls in the inside of this loop, this ring. And then you put the debris cover on. It has this drawstring, and so it kind of fits underneath this ring pretty well, and it's going to keep any debris from getting inside of it, and it's also going to keep the lid from blowing off. Okay, so now I'm sitting on my butt. My toes are at the very front edge of the tub. My back is against the back wall, and I can lean back. It doesn't feel as sturdy as like the ice pods do leaning back, but it's definitely not going to tip over or anything. I've got the water like 2 inches away from the very top, so my shoulders are completely submerged. The bottom has some padding, which is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. It's pretty spacious in here. I could sit crisscross or on my butt with my knees up. I'm 5'10", and it's actually pretty deep. The water easily covers my shoulders. I would say if you're over like 6'4", 6'5", this is probably going to be too small for you, but anybody under that height, you're going to be fine. What's better about this tub compared to similar tubs like the icePod Standard and the icePod Pro is that it has a couple more support poles, so it feels a little bit sturdier than the icePod Standard. Maybe not the Pro, but definitely the Standard. I've used this tub probably 15 to 20 times, and the insulation isn't great, but if you plan on keeping it outside and you live in a cold climate, it really does a good job because it's comfortable, super easy to set up, it's spacious inside, there's padding on the bottom. If you plan on keeping this outside in a cold climate and have no intentions on buying a water chiller, this is really all you need. My knees do feel kind of close to my torso, which does make it a little bit harder to breathe, but it's not bad, and I'm only going to be in this thing for like 3 minutes at a time, so really not that big of a deal. Takedown is super easy. All you do is turn this valve to drain the water. Unfortunately, there's no drain plug on the bottom of the tub, so to get all the water out, you have to push the tub over once the water's pretty low. Then you take the PVC pulls out of the slits and deflate this lid, and there you go. That's it. What I like to do is get a towel and just wipe down the inside, dry it off, and then you can throw it in the closet or under a bed. Super easy, it's super lightweight. So what are the pros of the Polar Recovery Tub? It comes with everything you need. It takes less than 5 minutes for setup and takedown. It's super stable once it's full of water. It's lightweight and easy to move around when it's empty. The insulated cover and the ring that goes around the top of the cold plunge, all of the valves are two-way valves. So while you're inflating it, if the pump slips out of the hole, it's not gonna deflate, no air is gonna escape. It's got a very small footprint. It's only $80 on Amazon, and you can get it within 3 or 4 days of ordering it. And what are the cons? So the insulation is pretty bad, in all honesty. If you're gonna leave it outside and the temperature is above 70 or 75 degrees, you can pretty much guarantee that you're gonna have to fill it with ice before every single use. The debris cover has a drawstring instead of it being elastic, which isn't that big of a deal, but it's just kind of annoying. And there's no water chiller hookup, so if you want to connect a water chiller in the future, you're gonna have to do some type of DIY approach. And lastly, who is the Polar Recovery Tub best for? Beginners, people who want a dedicated cold plunge for super cheap, people who know for sure that they're not going to add a water chiller, people who plan on leaving it outside and letting it cool naturally, people under 6'4" or 6'5", people who value portability and easy setup and takedown over pretty much everything else, and people who want something that doesn't take up a lot of space and has a super small footprint. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching.